Leo was just 8 years old when his father gave him the red sneakers. They weren't just any shoes, they were the brightest, boldest red, with white stripes on the sides and thick, comfortable soles. More than that, they were a symbol of his father's love. "One day, these shoes will take you places, Leo," his father had said, ruffling his hair. Leo's father wasn't a rich man, but he was kind, hardworking, and full of love for his family. He had saved up for months to buy those sneakers, wanting his son to have something special. But just a few months later, tragedy struck. His father fell ill, and despite all efforts, he passed away. The sneakers became Leo's most treasured possession. He wore them every day, taking extra care to keep them clean. Whenever he missed his father, he would look down at his feet and remember his warm words. The shoes made him feel safe, connected, and strong. One scorching summer afternoon, 10-year-old Leo walked home from school, the pavement so hot it seemed to sizzle under his feet. As he passed a bus stop, he noticed a boy, around his age, sitting on the sidewalk. His clothes were tattered, his face was dusty, and worst of all, his feet were bare, burned from the heat. The boy winced as he shifted his feet, trying to find relief on the scorching pavement. Leo stopped. He had seen homeless people before, but never a kid his own age, suffering like this. The boy looked up and met Leo's eyes. There was no anger, no jealousy, just exhaustion and silent pain. Leo felt his heart tighten. He wanted to walk away, pretend he didn't see it. But he couldn't. He looked down at his sneakers, the last gift from his father. The only thing he had left of him. He hesitated. Could he really give them away? His father's words echoed in his mind. These shoes will take you places, Leo. He bent down, untied them, and took them off. Here, he said, handing the sneakers to the boy. The boy's eyes widened. For me, Leo nodded. The boy carefully slipped them on. They were a little loose, but they fit well enough. A slow smile spread across his face, his first real smile in who knows how long. Leo felt the hot pavement burn his own feet now, but a strange warmth filled his chest. The boy looked at him, his eyes glistening. "Thank you," he whispered. Leo just nodded and walked away, barefoot, the pavement scorching his soles. But for some reason, he didn't feel the pain as much anymore. The following weeks were tough. Without his sneakers, Leo had to wear an old pair of shoes that were too small, pinching his toes. He didn't tell his mother why his favorite shoes were gone, he just said he lost them. But the truth was, he never regretted it. Every time he thought about that boy's smile, he knew he had done the right thing. Life went on. Leo studied hard, growing into a determined young man. His mother always reminded him of his father's values: hard work, honesty, and kindness. Years passed, and Leo faced struggles like everyone else. He worked part-time jobs to support his mother, sometimes skipping meals to save money. College seemed like an impossible dream, but he refused to give up. He knew his father would have wanted him to push forward. Eventually, he managed to graduate with a degree in business. It wasn't easy, but he did it. And now, at 25, he stood outside the doors of a massive corporate building, ready for the most important job interview of his life. Leo adjusted his tie, took a deep breath, and stepped into the building. The receptionist guided him to a sleek conference room, where he was told to wait. A few moments later, the door opened, and a tall, well-dressed man in his late 20s walked in. His suit was expensive, his posture confident, but there was something familiar about his face. The man smiled. "Do you remember me?" Leo frowned slightly, scanning the man's face. And then it hit him. The barefoot boy. You're, Leo stammered. The man chuckled. "I never forgot you, Leo. The boy who gave me his shoes." Leo's heart pounded. "My name is Adrian," the man continued. "Back then, I had nothing. My family had lost everything, and we were living on the streets. I had lost hope, until you showed me kindness." Leo was speechless. Adrian leaned forward. "You gave me more than shoes that day. You gave me dignity, hope. I held onto that feeling for years. And with every step I took in those shoes, I reminded myself that there was still good in the world." Leo's throat tightened. Adrian smiled. "Now, I want to give something back." Leo got the job, but more than that, he gained a lifelong friend. Adrian took him under his wing, mentoring him, guiding him through the business world. Leo worked hard, and eventually, he climbed the ranks, becoming one of the top executives in the company. One day, as he sat in his office, he received a call. A struggling single mother had just applied for a position in the company. She had potential but lacked the experience. Leo thought for a moment, then smiled. Give her a chance, he said. Because he knew, one act of kindness could change a life forever.